Hey guys, Kev here, and I wanted to talk about the Jack Wolf Knives Midnight Fixed EDC or FixEDC, and that is because they are clever and they have the word fixed and EDC combined, which is just smart marketing, and that is pretty much a Jack Wolf theme. They are very good when it comes to design, marketing, just utilizing everything they can in regards to a good name and stuff like that. They use professional artists for their packaging and stickers, as you can see here on the package for this knife. This is the Midnight Fix EDC. Fixed EDC. Just super smart. Something nobody ever thought of before. Jack Wolf Knives presents. So this is set up like a graphic novel or a VHS, as some people have stated. You have the number 1 here, so if this continues to be popular, they can have a 2, 3, 4, etc. And they have some stuff on the back here as well about the movie, knife. And then you have a really nice foil embossed Jack Wolf Knives logo here, a box with 2 stickers that are wicked sharp. And then you have the case, knife, and the slip in here. The only thing I would add as a bit of feedback for them is I would say try to put a little plastic guy on the end of the tip. That's probably a good idea because the way mine came, it was in this cutout, but it was kind of like down underneath because the tip is so dang sharp and thin. It got like underneath of everything, and the blade was sort of like halfway to the slip. So if they put one of those little plastic things over the tip to protect it, I think that would just help in general with presentation and with packaging. But anyway, amazing packaging, 10 out of 10 as usual. They put so much effort and time into that. It really is phenomenal. And they're one of the only companies that really give you that full unboxing experience every time, right? This is the Midnight Fix EDC, sorry. And that is because it is based on the Midnight pattern. So if you look at the coffin handle, Barlow, I think it is, this is the Midnight, one of my favorite Jack Wolf knives. There's been a couple runs of these now, a bunch of different versions, but this is my OG Midnight from the first run, and I got the Purple Haze. So when this came out, I went right for the Purple Haze version to kind of have that match, because when they did the locking version of the Midnight, the After Hours Jack, they also did a Purple Haze variant of it. So now I have the purple version of all 3, which I think is really cool, and that's why I went with this purple version. Otherwise, I probably would have chose the abalone version, which is actually a traditional pocket knives exclusive. I didn't know that. So yeah, if you want the abalone version of this knife, which looks absolutely stunning, it's like a mother of pearl composite look, you will need to get that at traditionalpocketknives.com. I do have a link down below to Traditional Pocket Knives if you want to grab that version, or any other version. You can get it there as well. I left the stickers out here, so let me just put those away. I'll clean that up later. There's one other thing I want to mention about another dealer. So I highly recommend traditionalpocketknives.com, and another dealer that I highly recommend is Urban Cutlery. So Urban Cutlery is a newer shop. It's actually a storefront in New York, and Jesse is the man who runs it. Jesse's a good dude. I've worked with him quite a bit now in terms of the channel and with my own knives on the Divo side of things. And he's just a good dude to work with, and he actually carries Jack Wolf knives. Now, I have a link to Urban Cutlery. I will link that down below as well. I also have a discount code, but that code will not work on Jack Wolf knives. That code is LeftyEDC. Anything else, well, most other things on his website, LeftyEDC will work, and you'll get 10% off. Jack Wolf does not allow codes because they want it to be fair, which I understand. Now, the cool thing I want to mention about Urban Cutlery is on this drop, if you order a Midnight FixEDC from Urban Cutlery, you will get a collaboration flask, which is pretty cool. I showed this on my Blade Show haul video. He gave me this one, and this one has Divo knives on it and then Lefty. Well, then it has Urban Cutlery on this side. He also did a run of these with a Jack Wolf logo on it. So if you pick up a FixEDC from Urban Cutlery, you will get one of these flasks with every purchase, and it looks like this. So instead of Divo there, it'll say Jack Wolf Knives. It will not have your name on it, obviously. And then it'll have the Urban Cutlery on the other side. And this is actually a pretty cool flask. It obviously has this metal lid and everything, and then it comes with a funnel so that you can fill it up. But that's a really cool kind of add-on that you get with purchase of a Jack Wolf knife from Urban Cutlery. And again, the price is going to be the same no matter where you shop. So you might want to check them out if that flask is something that interests you. So just wanted to throw that out there. So those are a couple dealers I would highly recommend you check out. Traditional pocket knives if you want that abalone version or one of the other versions. And then Urban Cutlery if you want that really cool flask. Now let's talk about the sheath real quick. For this sheath, you have a really nice thick leather sheath. I mean, it's really good. Has a really nice clip. You can mount this either in your pocket, just straight down. You do have to pull on this quite a bit to get it down into your pocket because there is this little tab right here that keeps it from coming out, but it makes it hard to get in as well. But once it's in, it's not going anywhere. You can also, because of that tab, you can put this on your belt. Now, I don't recommend the belt carry unless you're skinny because it will ride just straight up like this. And for a fatty like me, it kind of gets me in the side every time. There is a video on the Jack Wolf website explaining how to put this knife in the sheath. It seems easy. I didn't know when I got it. I watched the video Ben put out on the knife, but I didn't catch the part about a specific video for the sheath. I just lined it up like this. I figured the tip would go about to that halfway mark. And then I kind of just put my finger at the end of the sheath right here thinking, well, if I don't go past this, I'll be fine. And I squeezed here and I put it in. Well, what happened? The tip came out to right about here. Because of the way this blade shape is, when you go in straight, it kind of pushes the tip down and it ended up coming out like right here. It just kind of went right through the leather layers. I can't get it to repeat that now. It did it a couple times when I first got it. So now I think it's broken in, or I just got really lucky and hit like a sweet spot. Also, this is a super thin blade. But if you watch the video, unlike me, you will learn that you want to put it in a certain way. So what you want to do is squeeze here to get it in, right? And then you want to ride the top of the sheath. So you want to put that spine up onto the sheath at the top. So basically what I'm saying is angle it up so that that spine is riding up here, right? So if you do that, when you push it in, it's just going to end up right at the center point where I wanted it, right? I just didn't know that I had to put it in this way so that it would come down to the right spot. And it'll probably end up on an angle like this for you. So just for reference, if I'm doing it a little quicker, I go up to the spine and then I just kind of push. I don't smack it, don't tap it on the heel or anything. You know, you want to give it a little tap, that's fine. But you can see we are clean here. I can feel the blade like right there. And we are in nice and clean. Mine's actually pretty straight, but it's sort of got a little bit of a tilt this way, right? And then it comes right out, no problem. And again, going in, it makes it so easy once you learn to just push it up so that spine is riding up on top. It'll keep that tip where it needs to go, and then you just kind of work it in. And it's super simple, breaks in super easy. It's not going anywhere. And then when you need it, you just pull it out. And you will probably have to pull this all out of your pocket when you want to put it back in the sheath, but I think it works really well, actually. So it's a very well done sheath. The quality is amazing, I think, for a sheath that comes with the knife, right? The slips that come with their slip joints are very good as well, but they're not like what I would call premium, right? So I always get a slip made for my slip joints. This, I wouldn't even think about getting a sheath made. This is perfect.
This is
Alexa, cancel. All right, sorry about that. It's a reminder to pick up my daughter, so I'm going to wrap this up. But anyway, let's talk about the knife for a quick second here. You have a super slicer, as usual with Jack Wolf, full hollow grind, S90V blade. This one's in belt satin. They have a bunch of cool versions. Go check them out on their website. Just go to the Jack Wolf website. You can see all the versions. Or you can go to one of those dealers I mentioned. You have a pretty slim overall design, and you have a short overall handle. It is not a long handle to fit a full hand. It's not made for that. It's meant to be a very nice, slim EDC fixed blade. So a lot of fixed blades you'll see, they have whatever blade shape and then or length, and then they just have a full handle because it's obviously good to grip the full knife. But it makes that knife so much longer. And that's why I don't really like fixed blades, because they're just so big to carry. Well, this kind of takes care of some of those issues. Now, I'm still not going to be a big fixed blade guy. It's just not my style. I'll be honest about that. I did carry this for about a week, and I enjoyed it. We'll see if I continue to do that in the future, but I'm just not that big of a fixed blade guy. But that said, if I was, I think this is really good. I mean, if you put a lanyard on here, which it has a little lanyard spot right here, and I love how they put it at the bottom. Most people would put it up here, and then you have it going into your palm, right? That's where I would put it. Well, they thought, let's put it down here, and then when you're gripping it, that lanyard's going to come right into your hand and become an extra little grip spot and basically make it a 4-finger knife. Which I think is really cool. They did say you can get the lanyard in this way, but it's easier to just take these 2 screws off, take the scale off, place your lanyard in, and put the scale back on and put the screws in. Makes it super easy for you. But yeah, even with 3.5 fingers or so, I can get a really good grip on this knife for everything I'm going to do with it, which is cutting cardboard, slicing open Amazon boxes, cutting an orange, an apple, whatever. It works excellent for that. I did some of those things over the past week, and I had no issues with it. I mean, you can't like bear down on it and go ham just because of how thin, light, and short the handle is, but it's not meant for those crazy kinds of tasks, right? It's a really good utility cutter, and it will definitely slice up some cardboard. I really enjoy it, guys. You have a full tang design, of course. Jack Wolf always executes everything to the best of their ability, and I think they do a ton of research. They always have those little details covered on whatever they're doing, and I really just appreciate that. You guys know I love Jack Wolf. These are going to be $234.99 at dealers, and they will come with everything I showed you, including that awesome packaging, the sheath, and of course this really beautiful knife. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'm curious to hear what your thoughts are on a Jack Wolf fixed blade. My first instinct was, I really wanted another slip joint. Like I thought, we had the mini cyborg, and I was like, yes, we're going to get like a string of new or, just different slip joints, because I just love their slip joints so much. But they're trying to diversify and make sure they have products for everybody, bring in more people. They're also trying to challenge themselves, I think. And just doing slip joints is probably becoming a little mundane if you think about it from a designer standpoint, right? So trying to challenge yourself and make a good fixed blade, not something I would think to do, but a lot of you guys out there are fixed blade guys. I have a bunch of buddies in the community now within the last year that have just really gone hard on EDC fixed blades, right? I mean, I'm talking Javon, I'm talking Ricky, Captain Ricky, and Casey over at Knives Fast. I think my buddy Troy at Northwoods LeatherworksCo. So a lot of people are getting into these EDC fixed blades, and I think Jack Wolf is kind of dropping this at an opportune time. So you guys let me know your thoughts on all that. I really appreciate Jack Wolf Knives for always including me in their review sample kind of process. It means a lot to me. And, you know, the links are down below for anybody who wants to use them. Totally up to you. All the dealers that I have links for that carry these will be down there. Again, if you want the abalone, traditionalpocketknives.com. If you want that cool flask, Urban Cutlery. All right. I love you guys. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day. I hope you get the midnight EDC or the midnight fixed EDC that you want. And I'll catch you guys later. Peace.